Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Transfer Tuesday. On this particular Transfer Tuesday, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what money transfers I have made today to further benefit my financial situation and progress my financial goals. Whether it be as small as $5 or as large as $3,000, wink wink, moving money to pay off debt or to put towards investment for retirement is a great habit to get in, and I'm trying to get into the habit of doing it weekly. Hence these Transfer Tuesday videos, which I release on Tuesday. In this Transfer Tuesday in particular, I have one transfer to talk about today, but I will say it is quite a doozy, and so I've broken this video up into two parts. The first half is going to be talking about the transfer I have made, and the second half is going to be doing a recap of my student loan debt situation and taking a look at my debt payoff spreadsheet in Google Sheets, because since the last time I talked about my debt situation on this channel, things have changed with politics and all of that fun stuff. So the first and only transfer I'm going to be talking about in this video is the transfer I made today of moving money from my regular bank account to my high interest savings account. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I use this account to save up payments for my government student loans because they're in forbearance still, and I can gain interest by putting them into a high interest savings account rather than just paying them off outrightly. Now, the last time I posted a Transfer Tuesday video, I think it was around 2 weeks ago, and I talked about how I was able to put $1,000 towards my high interest savings account for paying off my federal student loans, which is nice. I try to make it a habit of getting $3,000 each month towards this account. So today, the big transfer of today, the one and only transfer I have for this video, is that I was able to put another $2,000 towards this high interest savings account for paying back my federal student loans, making it a total for the month of $3,000. And somewhere up on the screen, hopefully, is the confirmation for that, because I did take a screenshot before I exited out of the screen with my Ally Savings Bank. So I'm pretty happy about that, because that means I'm on track with my goal. My goal is to have $27,000 saved up for my government student loans in a high interest savings account by the end of December. Now, before I shift over to the second part of this video, which is showing you guys my debt payoff spreadsheet and giving you an update on how my save payments have been going and where I'm at with my debt payoff progress, I wanted to start by saying that there's been a few updates since the last time I talked about my student loan situation. I think in the last Transfer Tuesday video, I mentioned that the deferment was going to be ending December 31st of 2022 this year. And there was also the announcement made that the $20,000 of forgiveness for government student loans was canceled. So at the time of filming that, that was the situation going on. However, the new update that I believe is the most recent update in terms of government student loans is that the forbearance has been extended yet again. And the date that was posted for that, I believe, is June of 2023. So for me, that's really good news. That means it's more time for me to save up to pay back these government student loans, this money that I borrowed and took out to pay for my graduate program in occupational therapy. So having an extra 6 months now to continue to save is great news, and that will help me gain more interest with my Ally Savings Bank. So now on your screens, you guys can see my Google Sheets student debt payoff update spreadsheet that I use. I use this to see where I'm at with my progress and the total amount of debt I have left. I could calculate it in my head or just subtract it from my Ally Savings Bank amount, but I decided to do this a while back, and I've been trying to stick with it. So just a quick recap for those of you who are maybe tuning in for the first time. My private student loans that I had back with Sallie Mae, those are gone and done away with. You guys can see this is what the interest rates were on those loans, but those are gone, and the only thing remaining are the government student loans, which I put the little pause button here because they're in forbearance, and they're going to be now until June of 2023. That was the big update I talked about earlier. And these are the amounts that I have for each of the government student loans. One being $47,631.56, and the other one being $23,775.59, all totaling up to a current amount of debt left over of $71,407.15. And as you guys can see from the gray portion of this graph, I've started tracking this, momentum that I'm in with my saved payments now since April of 2022. And I have been able to contribute or save $3,000 to the high interest savings account I have with Ally Savings Bank each month. And then I have a projected balance. So basically this is if I were to take the amount of money I have saved up and put it towards the total student debt I have, this is what the balance would be. And I've kind of estimated where it would be at over the course of the last, several months that I've been doing this. So the last time I put any information in here was in October, but now we're in November. And I just shared with you guys that I've been able to now contribute another $3,000 towards this high interest savings account, which will eventually go towards my government student loan debt. So we're going to go ahead and write in here $3,000, and let's see if this works. It does. And what this just did was I put that I was able to save for November $3,000, and then the projected balance, if I were to take the now total saved of $24,000 saved up in the Ally Savings Bank and contribute it towards the total student debt I have of $71,407.15, that would give me a leftover amount outstanding of $47,407.15. Obviously, I know we talked about this in the comment section of my last Transfer Tuesday. If I was able to do this and then that $20,000 was also skimmed off the top, the government forgiveness program thing they were doing, if that $20,000 was also contributed towards my $24,000, that would be a great bonus. Who knows, maybe it will eventually get passed and go through the court system again. I don't know. My general philosophy, and I try not to get political at all on this channel, but my thinking is that no matter who is in the White House or who's running what, I try to be as self-sufficient as possible so I don't have to rely on them and the promises that they make and keep or don't keep. So I'm not really about to get political at all, but I'm just saying what I try to do is I do my part to pay back what I have borrowed. And I know $20,000 was a nice little carrot placed in front of me that would have been really nice to have should they become due again, which who knows when the forbearance will actually end, but whatever. I have $24,000 saved up, and that is what I'm going to be using to pay back my government student loans once they become due. The other thing I want to do is scoot down here to the blue portion of the chart. Hopefully I have this well displayed so you guys can see it. And this right here, I've been tracking this since March of 2021. I started off actually with $140,000 in debt, but I actually started filming the progress of it back when I was at $104,000. So that's what this number is here from March of 2021. And if we put in November, what was the number? I'm going to write it down here, $47,407.15. If we put that in, I hopefully didn't just break this. Hopefully it's working. That's a month change of $3,000. That's correct. That's a total amount of debt outstanding of this amount right here. And let's see, is this correct? It is, I believe. Yeah, it is. All right, so I just fixed one thing up on this chart. I put in the amount that is now outstanding with the total month change of $3,000. And what I did, instead of having the total change be reflected by March of 2021 and then today's date, I put this at what I was at originally with my debt journey, which was $140,000. So this now is a total change to date of $92,592.85, which is crazy. I mean, I still have $47,000 left to go, but that's still a huge chunk of money that I borrowed and have paid back. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is this pie chart here, and you guys can see that the green side is the amount of, that I've paid back my loans. I titled it Being Debt Free. the gray, the dark gray side. I don't know if it shows up as gray for you guys, but that's what it is for me. That is the amount of student loan debt I have left over. So I have about 43.5% of my debt to pay off, which means that I'm well over halfway there with this journey. And I think it's going to go a little bit quicker now that I'm able to really be contributing $3,000 as consistently as I am. And then we'll see what it is at the end of this year with hopefully $27,000 saved up in this student loan account. If you're interested to see more of my student loan debt payoff journey, be sure to check this video out right here. It's a wrap.